Well, thanks for checking out the video. I'm in a car park. It's rainy, it's windy. The weather conditions are really poor. I'm going to do an overnighter. I'm going to do it in a forest shelter. If you've watched any of my videos, you would have probably seen, or you know where I'm going to or what I'm about to do. I was going to bring bracken, but due to the fact I got caught up doing stuff at home, I didn't really have enough time to throw stuff, get myself set up to take a dog out with me. And if you're going to take a dog or child or another person who's really wholly solely dependent on yourself, you really do need to have like a bit of a planned or more of a planned approach to what you're going to do. I'm throwed this together. It's on the hoof, on the cuff, and yeah, you can probably hear the rain coming down on the roof of the car. I've got to put some waterproof trousers on. I do have a spare set of dry clothes, but I don't want to use it, and I'm going to try and keep myself as dry as possible. The car park is basically half a mile from the location I want to get to, but this car park I can actually drop into a footpath from it, some steps into a footpath, through forests, down a few lanes, and then turn into the forest, which has this forest shelter. It should be a good one. I haven't been out, stayed overnight since my last wild camping video, so you know, it's much anticipated and much needed. Yet again, time pressures. I've got to be home by 7 or 7:30 because my youngest son's birthday. But I think this weather's pretty much it for the weekend. So I don't think I'll be missing too much by sticking around and having a gentle start to the morning. I'm basically going to get up, have a coffee, have a bite to eat, just take in my surroundings, and then pack up and go. But I really kind of need to do that anyway because it's the school holidays, and there will be a lot of dog walkers in there, even with weather like this. You know, let's face it, you know, if you've got a dog and you love your companion, you're going to go out in any weather. So let's get this done. I've got my stuff in the boot of the car. I need to put my waterproofs on, and let's get down this footpath and into the woods and the forest. So I'm here, I've got stripped off my waterproofs. I've got here drying. These are quite cheap, lightweight ones. They've managed to get me here. I wouldn't want to do another hour or 2 hours out in this kind of rain with them. They sufficed for that, but they're hanging drying now. So yeah, I've got my cover there drying. That's absolutely saturated. My Bergen there, I haven't stripped anything yet because it's just too light yet. My hoodie over there, that's actually a little bit damp. That's the reason I got it off, because I want to try and air it. I do have some warm kit there which I will put on later. Just want to let my t-shirt, just really want to cool down, because it is summer after all, so the temperatures are, you know, when you're humping weight up hills and things like that, it's still hard work. But yeah, I'll start getting myself set up here slowly. I can't see any dog walkers coming around. This rain is just too heavy. Yeah, it's going to be the same sketch. This is where I'm going to bed down. Now there was a hole up there, and it's dripping from there down to there. Last time I had one dripping here, but that one may be self-sealed or somebody sealed. I can't actually see, it's a bit too dark, but there's no water coming in there at the moment, so as long as it stays like that, I won't have, like last time I had to put a tarp over those rafters to direct the drips down there. But hey, that's looking absolutely gleaming, and you know, I don't mind drips there, I just don't want them there. Right, this is the British Army DPM Bergen, and it's not the correct rocket pouches. Like I think I've said before, I've kind of fudged and made and bodged things up. I haven't bought the correct rocket pouches or sourced any, but I just want to quickly show you something. Inside here, get the top flap up. What I've done there is to increase its water resistance, or to stop water ingressing into your kit. I've got my kit actually waterproofed in plastic liners in there, but a lot of people forget to actually scrunch that up and make a gooseneck and wind this as tight as you can around that outer liner core. A lot of people would just use this toggle, do it up like that, and then pull it down like that. Yes, that's great, but you still have all these little flaps here water can get in. Like I said, gooseneck it like that, and then wrap this cordage all the way around and pull it tight so it sits like that, and that stops any water getting into your internal compartment of your Bergen. Very simple kit. I've got a gas burner, a different one than I usually take. It's got this wind protection here around it. I've had it for years, the same length of time as the yellow one, I think. Just a mess tin, and for tea, just some ravioli, and that'll fill me up nicely. It's actually a better quality brand than the home brands I usually get. I did a little bit of an experiment on my last, I think it was my last wild camp, where I bought a decent can of beans and sausages, and they were definitely a marked improvement in the home brands. So yeah, there are other brands, but this is a good brand, so this should be quite tasty. And just something for breakfast, an oat cake, and if I'm peckish, like a strawberry cake there. So it's completely simple. Like I said, I'm only out for basically 12 hours or so till tomorrow morning. Obviously I haven't gone anywhere without coffee, water, milk. You know, it's all pretty Billy Basics, simple, but it's just enough to allow me to get out here and enjoy being out here. Just listen to that rain. Absolutely so soothing, and it's hammering down out there. Coffee tastes absolutely glorious. Right then, a little story about being here. We actually went to the coast yesterday, and I got the kids into the sea and let them have a splash about. We then all got together and had an ice cream, and it was a glorious day. It was wall-to-wall sunshine down here, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful day. But yeah, I decided I was going to take Bracken for a late evening walk down here. Like I say, it was a glorious hot day. The skies were still clear blue. There was still like residual heat in the air. And the two boys were loving it, and Stella was helping here with the boys. And we walked up past this shelter and started descending down into the riverside walkway or path. And my little one started, like, you know, sniffling and making a bit of a, well, not a scene, but, you know, he was, you know, unhappy. And he was brushing his knee and everything like that, and then he started having tears. And I thought he'd been stung by a stinging nettle. So did Stella, but she was a little bit closer to him than me, and I just tried to wave him on. And then he went into a blind panic. Now Stella was closer, and she got right up to him and could see there was a wasp on the collar of his hoodie. She managed to brush it off, but it went onto his arm, and by now he was totally frantic. And Stella got that off his arm, but as it turned out, he'd been stung on his knee, the collar by just under his neck, and his arm. Now, I always thought you couldn't get stung more than once by a bee or a wasp because they die, but apparently that's bees. Wasps can sting you multiple times. So obviously we got him down to the trap, got him back to the car, got him home, gave him some Piriton to help calm him down, some Calpol, and, like, you know, Jamie stayed with him all night basically, because we were paranoid really, because 3 stings, and you do hear horror stories of wasp stings, you know, possibly being fatal, and, you know, but as it turned out, the Calpol, the Piriton, you know, next morning he was fine, a bit sore, a bit swollen, but nothing untoward. So yeah, I'm hoping I don't get stung by any wasps But I think the rain, the wind and the fading light and temperatures, I'm not going to see any wasps. It's not too far from here. It's just around the corner as you start descending back into the valley. But yeah, glorious day. It's a shame it ended on that note. But yeah, you can live and learn. I didn't realise you could get stung more than once with a wasp. But the little boy got hit 3 times and he was quite brave. Now this rain isn't letting up at all. It's really starting to come down. It comes down in gusts with the wind. I'm glad I've got the shelter. I was glad when I first came here. This is supposed to be a summer one for me, and you know, absolutely showcasing this woodland in the summer. But it might as well be autumn for what's happening here. But I'm going to get my food on the go. So let's get it done. I mean, light, because it's coming up to 9 o'clock and it should still be brilliant bright blue skies, but because of so much heavy cloud cover and the weather's so crap, it's starting to get dark already. Now what did we do before ring pools were invented? Yeah, struggle. Now that is looking really nice. Starting to get dark now, but yeah, this is really nice. And yet again, same as the beans and sausages, like the all-day breakfast type thing, the more you pay for a can, the better quality it is. But obviously if you're doing it in a can, you know, it's only about £1 or so, or less than that, to be honest with you, if you get it on offer. And it's way cheaper than what you'd have to pay for a pouch of this stuff. This is really, really nice. I mean, I can't begin to describe that. You can taste the quality, the meat and the pasta. It just, this is really just a complete meal in itself. The thing is, there was a time you would really struggle to get outdoor content on terrestrial TV. Now with YouTube and other forms of social media and you know, the whole raft of places you can go to find out and research outdoor, you know, recreation, wild camping, bushcrafting, you know, hunting, fishing, you know, the great outdoors. There's just so much content out there that it's actually mind-boggling, and it's staggering. And there's so many good people out there doing good stuff. You kind of get lost. Like, you know, you click and start watching something. Oh, that's brilliant, that's fantastic. And before long, you're watching somebody else or something else, and you're actually going down a rabbit hole of different genres and different outdoor activities that you have to sort of like realize that you might not have the budget to do every single version of what you're watching online. I'm quite lucky. I don't get influenced though that easily, and I'm quite happy just doing what I'm doing here. And you can quite easily see on my channel what my outdoor experience is, and it's pretty much sitting at the bottom of the expenditure and you know, bottom of that kind of vein of content. But in any case, I'm feeling that I'm getting a worthwhile outdoors experience, and that's all that you have to remember for yourself. Just a dog walker, just a walk in a forest, that is basically being in the great British outdoors. We don't have vast tracts of wilderness. Even Scotland has vast tracts of open space, but I think in Europe you've got to go to places like the Nordic countries to get what is officially classified as you know, true untamed wilderness. Like in Canada and the States and Alaska, they have it there in abundance, or Eastern European countries. But nevertheless, we still have the great British outdoors, and you can get a fantastic outdoors experience in the wild. And yeah, just get out there and do it and feel it and experience it. Like I said, I do it at the real budget end of it, but you know, however you want to go out and do it, hey, just enjoy it. Like I am this ravioli. I got a little bird actually coming in here. He's just watching me. Right, what I've done, I've taken off my t-shirt. I was hoping my body temperature would just air out what little dampness there was on it, but it wasn't happening. And with the fading light, and obviously I'm thinking about my nighttime routine, I don't want to give myself a chill. You know, as soon as you start getting your core temperature cold, it's extremely hard for your body to regenerate and get back that feel-good feeling. So as soon as you realise that you may have a problem, get some dry clothes on, whether it be in your tent, under your tarp or what have you. Sort your admin out, get yourself squared away, feeling good and dry, and then, you know, you won't experience any problems, or you shouldn't do. So all I've got on is just an old army U-back jumper t-shirt thing, and my surf robe here. And yeah, this here is absolutely fantastic. I use it for everything. To get changed at the beach, as a bit of warm kit. Like I say, I just tuck it into my trousers. It's so big and baggy. It's got a kind of like a fleecy inside bit. It's absolutely fantastic. It's not designed for what I'm using it for, but it does the job. Perhaps there could be something I could I don't know, invent along the lines of this. I don't know, but it does the job, and as you can see, it just flows over me, and it does what I need it to do. Right, you can see I'm losing light, and I think it's safe enough. I've I've got my bed system out. It's a bit dark here. I'm actually going to put out this. I tried it on one of my other wild camps, but it's got a fantastic lighting system inside of it. So I'm about to try it and see what how this pans out. Oh, that is bright. It's almost like a spotlight. There you go, there's my system. I've got a lightweight sleeping bag inside, just a bivvy bag there. I've got an old civilian raincoat there as my pillow. Obviously this is all my kit here. On my last cup of coffee because I don't want to be peeing all night. But yeah, I'm going to hang this one up, I think possibly there. And that's going to be my night light. Well, light is pretty much, well, disappearing now. There's virtually nothing left. My bed space is all sorted, so I'm good to go there. In fact, I'm looking forward to getting into that and just listening to this wind and rain. Yeah, this is the closest I'll ever have to a log cabin in the woods, and I'm enjoying it for what it is. But my son's birthday is tomorrow morning, or tomorrow morning I'm going to be there. You know, get back home for 7:30 before he comes downstairs. So every effort is being made on my part. So no alcohol tonight. I'm keeping it pretty much straight and clean. And yeah, the last cup of coffee is going to be sipped listening to this rain. So I'll catch you guys in the morning. Well, I've just heard a tree go down and it sounded like a machine gun fire when all the wood started snapping and it went down. It went down with a massive thump somewhere down over the valley there. It must have been a big tree. It kind of like took me surprise, and it did send the hairs on the back of my neck right up. Yeah, it was all the cracking of the wood that was the biggest noise, and then there was a massive thump. Yeah, don't take it lightly in the woods when there's high winds. I'm lucky where this cabin is. There's no real big trees, but down there, something went down with a bang. And like I said, yeah, yeah, the hairs on the back of my neck went up with that. Yeah, all the wood, you could hear the wood shattering and going off before the thump of the main tree hitting the ground. Hell of a noise, hell of a noise. Anyway, I'm going to get in the sack now, so yeah, yeah, I'm going to try and get some sleep. Well, morning guys, it's just gone 5 AM, and as you can see, there's light starting to flood the skies out there. It's still, you know, too dark to really do a lot out there. I've actually packed my sleep system away. I'm going to get a coffee and some food on the go. I've got a hike out of here. I've got my son's birthday, like I said earlier on in the video, so I'm going to be moving faster and earlier than I traditionally do. And yeah, not a bad night's sleep. There was a lot of noise out in the woods last night, obviously wind and rain, and after hearing that tree go over, when I did hear something, my ears were fully alert, and it did make me think about it. But yeah, not a bad night's sleep. So when I did sleep, it was restful. Yeah, I don't feel too bad this morning. Right then guys, I'm all packed up, all sorted, all finished. Everything there is in my Bergen, if you can see that. Yeah. I'm going to climb back into my waterproofs. They're a little bit damp, but hey ho. Your skin is waterproof, as they say. I'm finishing up the last of my coffee. Just savouring the moment, really. And then I'm going to hike back through this woodland. And it was a stunning woodland. I think we can all agree with that. It's just a shame it was raining so hard I couldn't, you know, get to do so much filming to show you guys. But I've got work Friday evening, weekend. I'm pretty booked up, so I wouldn't have got out. So I've utilised my time. I've made the best of it, and yeah, I suppose, you know, that's what it's all about. We've done it. We've been here, and we've got the memories. So yeah, I'm going to draw this video to a close. This is Andy from Hidden Valley Footpaths. Take care, stay safe, and I hope to see you guys out on the trail. All the best.